Not sure if this is working. Oh, looks like it is working. Hey, farm members, happy Saturday. I just want to give you guys some tips for success as we approach the start of our CSA, and I'm going to just jump right into it. So, my first tip is be prepared. And by this, I mean on Saturday afternoons, I will be posting a list of the produce for the upcoming week in this Facebook group. And I will also be sending out an email. So that list of produce gives what we project will be in the share. There's always things like, weather that can change things last minute. But if you see that list, then you have an idea of what is coming. And so you can start thinking about how you're going to use that produce and maybe get ingredients that complement the vegetables in your share too. So there's my first tip, be prepared. And my second tip is be positive. So this whole COVID-19 thing has just changed life for so many people. We are extremely grateful that we have good work here and that we have vegetables and a way to get them to you, but it has changed the way we normally do distribution. So normally, one of my tips would be bring your own bags and reuse bags and bring your own box, bring your own cooler. Well, this year we are going to bag up your produce ahead of time and be handing you a plastic bag with your produce in it. So last year we made great strides getting away from single-use plastic. And this year, for now, we are going to have to return to that. So that makes me sad, but it is what it is. And we're just thankful we have the veggies, and we're asking you to be positive with us in that way. And along that, speaking of bags, one of our farm members gave us an idea, and that is to just ask you to bring us a box of gallon bags when more bags we planned on, which is totally fine. It is what it is. But if you can help us out and you feel like you want to, just bring us a box of gallon bags. We usually use the Target ones, but we're open to anything. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. Bring a box of bags or not. Okay, so we have be prepared, be positive, and my next tip is to properly store your veggies. So I just published a blog post that has all the storage information for all the spring veggies in one place. There is nothing like jumping into extended learning for 4 children, taking away your childcare and keeping your daily farm tasks happening. That makes me want to streamline more. So I was like, why have I never done this before? Instead of giving you the storage info each week for the veggies in your share, I just put it all in one place. So I will share that post. I don't know if I'll get to it today anymore, but I will share that post in this group next week, or you can look at it now in the farm blog. But it is really important that you store your veggies properly so that they last as long as they possibly can. Okay, we've got be prepared, be positive, properly store your veggies. And my next tip is track your veggie inventory. I've talked about this before, but this is the idea of know what is in your fridge. So I had an inventory sheet that I shared last year. I'll see if I can find that again. And this is, I think, I don't use this anymore because now I have like a system in my fridge where I pretty much know where everything is. But especially if you're starting out and you're not used to having a lot of veggies, it can be helpful to just keep a list on a whiteboard or on a piece of paper on your fridge and cross them off as you use them. I actually just did that for a deep freeze a couple weeks ago. Because of COVID-19, I was like, I just want to know what's in here so I'm not looking all the time. And then every time I use something out of my deep freeze, I cross it off. So I know what I need to get when I do venture back out. All right. My next item came from some of the farm members when I asked for their advice for new CSA members. I asked our veteran members, and one of the pieces of advice that I think is so good is don't overthink this. So that's something I need to hear all the time. But I guess the other part of that is be creative. So, um, anything can go on your greens. This was another thing from the veteran members. Uh, some of the things that they brought up were leftover chili, chicken, eggs, other veggies. I like to put like curry on mine, nuts and berries. Pretty much any leftover can go on greens. And my favorite salad right now is like the most simple thing. It's from Allison Roman's cookbook, Nothing Fancy. It's basically well, it was when we had more fresh herbs, greens, fresh herbs, and then lemon juice, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Boom. So I'm hoping to write something up and get you guys that recipe or my version of that recipe. But you can put, so be creative, or you can just be super simple too. You don't have to overthink this. You don't have to look for fancy recipes. Often I find myself during the day just eating greens, like raw greens out of a bowl, like you would potato chips. So that works too. All right. And my almost final tip is if you do want to put more thought into it and that whole be creative, don't overthink thing stresses you out, then go ahead and meal plan. So people share recipes in the group, which helps a lot. There are different templates online for like monthly meal planning, weekly meal planning, kind of seat of your pants meal planning every 2 to 3 days, whatever works best for you. If you feel like, man, my fridge, I'm just piling up with the veggies, I would say do meal plan. Figure out how you're going to use them each day. My focus on recipes this season will be simplicity and ease because I think we all really need that in this time of craziness. So, my final tip, very practical, check your email and check this group. I send out reminders every week. I send out our new blog posts that give recipes and kitchen tips. But if you don't check the email and you don't check in this group, then you could miss out on that info. And I really want to give you the info that will help you be successful. Also, in this group, we have so much knowledge and I think joy too. Like I see a lot of just posts that make me happy when I see you guys using your veggies and telling me how your kids like them, or I don't know, there's just a lot of joy in the group. So find support there. If you have a question, ask it in the group or text me or message me. But you might want to start in the group because I'm just one person and there are much more experienced cooks in the group than me. I've got my fair share, but I am, I'm just one person. So yes, those are my tips for CSA Success. And thank you for chiming in here. I will keep doing videos throughout the season. I don't know how frequent they'll be compared to years past with having all the kids home all the time, but I will do my best. And thank you guys so much for your support and for being part of our CSA. All right. Oh, and happy Easter. All right. Bye.